So you want to complain, do you? You want to complain. The New South Wales Bar Council, that's the barrister mob, has spent years investigating criminal barrister Charles Waterstreet over workplace matters, which we won't go into. We won't go into the bona fides of the complaints. Waterstreet is the writer, film producer, who was reputed to be the inspiration behind the ABC's Rake character in that TV series. The point of this is that it's a bit of a club, the law. They spent years going after one of their own, after Waterstreet. And when the club wants to hop into action, it sure does. It can gang up. But if a member of the public, not a member of the club, is desirous of an investigation into a member of the club, say shonky lawyering, shonky behaviour, you can forget that. Not only can barristers not be sued, you can't even complain to the New South Wales Bar Association. No, you have to go through another body who won't bother. So don't bother. We made a complaint the other day. It was a complaint about lawyers to one of these lawyer complaint services. Every state has one. We've never heard of one with a talent for doing much but sheltering the legal profession from flack. But we complained to the New South Wales body, the Office of the Legal Services Commissioner, only to get back a complaint about our complaint. It was like something out of the Monty Python sketch where the bloke goes into the bureau to make a complaint and gets the old, "You want to complain, what about me?" treatment. The response was, "Don't you know how busy we are?" Well, they have been busy. It's the nature of the game. There are a lot of complaints about lawyers. Curious to see just how busy they were, we made our way to the annual report for the OLSC, the Office of the Legal Services Commissioner, which showed complaints of lawyers. It's a bit old, this annual report, wondering where the latest one is, but it showed the complaints were up 7% in 2021-22 to almost 3,000 complaints about lawyers. So if you want to complain about a barrister, you've got to go through this solicitor's complaint board too, and they just tell you where to go. But in their annual report, they complained about their funding, they complained about COVID, they even complained about the Commissioner's own personal health. That was probably a fair complaint, though. They complained about being busy because we stress there are a lot of good lawyers around, and some of our best friends are lawyers, and it may be the best system we have, but the ambulance chasers are out of control. At the top end, they're feasting esurgently on the superannuation gravy train, and at the bottom feeder's end, there's a bullying factory in full swing. Shonky, no-win, no-fee operators running around suing people because they know that it's cheaper just to pay them than to go to court. And who's doing anything about this? Certainly not the OLSC, the regulator. So the Commissioner probably has good cause to tout for more money for herself. But the question is she likely to do anything with it if we give her this money, which she's asking for? The OLSC budget was $5 million in 21-22 to handle those 2,899 complaints about lawyers in New South Wales alone. But the upshot, despite this army of pettifoggers running amok, was that the OLSC issued reprimands to only 4 lawyers and cautioned another 6 lawyers. 10 actions, if you can call them that, for a budget of $5 million. So on that budget of $5 million, that's a cost of $500,000 per caution, per slap with the wet lettuce leaf. $500,000 for each slap on the wrist. How good is that for regulation? Cool $500,000 per complaint acted upon. So what do they tell you when you complain, besides complaining that they're too busy and complaining about your complaint? Well, they counsel you to go and sue someone, to take it up with the courts. I mean, this business is seriously an unregulated wilderness. It's an unregulated corporate wilderness run by lawyers for lawyers. So what they tell you when you complain, besides complaining, is that you don't have enough evidence to bring your complaint, despite giving them plenty of documents that prove beyond any doubt that the complaint is worthwhile. You'd have to catch your lawyer with the bloody knife in his hand, stooping over the murdered dead body, DNA evidence, photographs. They'd still tell you that you don't have enough evidence, but they do tell you to go to court. The very reason you complained in the first place is probably due to the rapacious fees and overcharging. But what do they tell you to do? Have some more fees. Take it to court. have another court case and give some more money to some more lawyers. As they say, the legal system is open to all, just like the Ritz Hotel.